What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we met the Devil Splicers. Yeah, not a very good bunch. They have found Siva and they are using it to produce an entire army of perfected fallen. And now, welcome to the Iron Temple. Yep, this is a social space now. Bit of a limited one, but a social space nonetheless. Now that is a view right there. I gotta say, oh, I love this place. I love the Iron Temple. I love the aesthetic of the entire Rise of Iron campaign. And yes, there are wolves here. They're cool. You can walk through them, but that's besides the point. So, we got a few people that we're going to end up meeting here. I did not know when someone had activated these. Oops. Someone activated one of those. Yeah, there's a little token that you can get later on in the game that allows you to activate that and send you all the way up here. And I didn't want to do that, but hey, I can at least get this while I'm here. Okay, let's drop down. It's probably going to kill me. That's okay. Didn't kill me. And someone opened these doors, so I could explore the rest of that area, but I'm not going to. You can basically go back and explore the rest of the mission on foot again, because it's all tame over there. But that's also where the Iron Banner is. Whoa, voice crack if I've ever heard one. Iron Banner happens, and the Iron Banner vendor sits right over there on the top of that balcony when it starts. But anyway, let's not jump back in that fire by accident and get sent up to the top. Let's go talk to Lord Saladin like we're supposed to be doing. He is perched up here.
Guardian, my fellow Iron Lords died fighting to keep Siva contained. Since that day, I have kept watch for its return, for the day we'd be required once again.
There we go. Alright, so
Long ago, the flames on this mountaintop stood as a symbol to humankind that the Iron Lords would protect them. If the need has arisen again, I think you should be the one to relight those fires.
I think you're right, and I am going to be grabbing one of these just to wear for the entirety of this campaign, because I think that would be kind of fitting. So, let's go down and light these fires, even though they're already technically lit. Or at least the middle one is, but that's okay. So, let's do that. Light that brazier, and this one's already lit because someone here already did it, which is kind of silly, but whatever. Actually, I don't need to light that one, do I? I just need to light the other ones. Okay, cool. Let's light this one. And we'll be meeting everyone else here in the tower in due time. Don't worry. I'll get to them. So let's light this one, and there we go. Alright, so next, we need to talk to Tyra Karn. Tyra Karn is the Cryptarch here. And interestingly enough... oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, there's a dead ghost here. Let's grab that. Interestingly enough, Tyra Karn, if I'm not mistaken, is actually... Never mind, I'm wrong. Part of me thought she was a human for a second. No, she is awoken, like all the other Cryptarchs. I'm silly.
I was once the Archivist in service of the Iron Lords. Saladin called me back because he believes my knowledge of what happened here could be of use. That scout the Vanguard sent? Shiro? He asked me to look at those logs you brought back. Apparently, I'm the only one old enough to make sense of them. In any case, I passed along what I could gather. And now he's asking to see you.
Alright, let's go talk to Shiro. So Shiro is actually one of Cade's boys, one of his hunters. So we'll get to talk to him. And yeah, the Iron Lords don't really care for him all that much, but he is helping out here. So, or Iron Lords, sorry. Saladin and Tyra Karn don't really care for him that much, because he is kind of meddling in on the Vanguard's behalf, as he's supposed to. Also, is that Lucky Raspberry he's wearing? Yes, in fact, I believe it is.
Hey, we spoke on the radio. I'm Shiro 4. I run scouting missions for Cade and the Vanguard. Those logs you pulled showed a major fallen occupation out in what Saladin's calling the Plaguelands. I've had the tower scramble reinforcements, but we're going to need someone to guide them in. Don't suppose you know anyone who'd be interested.
That would be me. So, Cool thing about Shiro, though, is he gives us these bounties, which look how much reputation those give you. A crap ton of reputation. Now, he only gives 4 of these a week, obviously, and some of them are limited to the Archon's Forge, which we'll get into at a later time. Well, actually, I don't even know if we will get into a later time, because we might not ever do it. I didn't get into the Court of Oryx in The Taken King either, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get into it at some point. But, yeah, some of them are limited to that, but they give a crap ton of reputation. Like, look at that, a fifth of an entire rank up you can get from just these. Not to mention, there's a quest that recurs every single week he'll give you that gives you, like, double that, as well as 2 legendary engrams every week. And we'll get into that at a later time, but that's like one of my favorite things to do in this game. Is just patrol, relax, have fun, complete those bounties, and just get tons of rewards for it. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to finally head into this episode's mission, so I will meet you there.
The Iron Lords believed we could contain Siva by destroying the chamber where it was produced. These Fallen must have restarted the process. We need to get back into the chamber and cut off the flow of Siva at the source.
I think we need to focus on what we know. The Fallen have occupied a military bunker in the Plaguelands. We won't get any reinforcements in that area until the Fallen's artillery is taken out.
The Fallen are a symptom. Siva is the disease.
So here we go.
All right. Vanguard reinforcements are standing by. But until those guns are down, they can't leave the hangar. I need you to shut them down.
We'll take care of it, Shiro.
There's a dead Vandal near you. Can you give me a scan?
Yes, I can.
Understood. He's fallen, basically, but armor is enhanced. Weapons have been modified. Cybernetic enhancements.
Most Fallen houses have a sect dedicated to this sort of thing. They're called splicers. They're like body hackers, bioengineers.
It is worse than I feared. The Splicers are not only using Siva to transform this place, they are using its technology to transform themselves.
And that is why, Saladin, the Fallen themselves are actually a problem, and we shouldn't just ignore them.
They're taking the metal for something big. Hope they're not using it to toughen up those gun emplacements.
Trust me, I think the Fallen know how to understand them.
I'm calling for more reinforcements.
Yeah, the Fallen aren't usually this organized.
Reinforcements will be useless until the guns are down. Besides, they will not be prepared for what they'll find.
It's not that the Fallen are stupid or anything, it's just that they kind of suck at organizing themselves because, well, they all hate each other too much. But something is leading the charge here. Anyways, we're going to be heading into the Plaguelands, which is the set new space for Rise of Iron. We haven't really gotten there yet. So, we'll get to see that in this mission, which is going to be awesome. Because the Plaguelands are kind of an interesting place. They are not quite as big as the Dreadnought is, like, not even close. But, it is still a cool area nonetheless, with a lot of interesting things going on. It's basically just a giant extension of the Cosmodrome, although I did not know there was exploder shanks behind me. Although the Cosmodrome itself, like Earth and the Plaguelands, are separate areas. So, like, you know, you saw how we were able to get to the rocket yard and to the divide and whatnot. You cannot get back to the steps, which is the starting area of the Cosmodrome, from there in the Plaguelands. They are 2 separate, distinct areas. So, also, those schematics I got in the last episode, the tattered schematics, those were actually for Nova Mortis, not Abaddon. And I have to get kills with void abilities to unlock it.
Something alive, growing, out of control.
These devil splicers are using Siva, but they cannot control it. They are like children with a new toy.
Oh dear.
I don't know of any toys that eat Russian industrial complexes.
This is true. Well, actually,
Those guns were
never
destroyed
mind.
during the collapse. How did the Fallen...
It's not the Fallen.
Maybe it's not. But the Fallen are the ones pulling the triggers out here. The Vanguard wants them taken down. We take them down.
So let's take them down. Alright, so we got a bunch of guns to get rid of. We got to head over that way as fast as possible. I can hear the exploder shanks behind me. Y'all can suck my solar grenades. Like that. There we go. Oh, hi, guys. There's more. Get out of here.
It's
Sweet.
getting worse the farther we get in. I wonder if we can even reach the Siva chamber.
Stop. I am going to grab a secret before we go, because if I'm not mistaken, there is actually a Siva cluster back here in one of these spots. So, there it is. Right there. Perfect. Let's grab that and continue along. Alright. So, keep heading this way. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things off screen between this episode and the next. I'm going to actually, and I kind of want to break this down real quick just so you guys can kind of get an understanding of what I'm doing. So, a few things I'm going to be doing. I am going to be working on this, Songs from the Void, so I can get these void ability kills. I am also going to, because after this, the patrols of the Plaguelands are going to open up. I am going to start working on these. I am going to get some public events done and stuff like that, as well as work on this. Back in the saddle, I am going to get a few old fusion rifle out, and I'm going to start getting kills with the special telemetry so I can finish this quest and move on to the next one, as well as do some gunsmith test weapons. A lot of stuff I'm going to be doing off screen between this episode and the next, so hopefully we can get all that done and get a lot of progress going on into the next mission. So I should be getting a gunsmith rank up as well.
Of Siva shielding the gun emplacements.
Even Siva enhanced shields would require an energy source. But be careful. There's something familiar about all this.
Is that legendary engram? I will take one of those. I have not seen one of those drop yet. Interesting. Oh, that's a welcome sight for sure. Okay, let's head on upstairs. Kill you because you're the problem up here. And also, if I'm not mistaken, yep, there is a Siva fragment behind that monitor. We're gonna want to get rid of it. Yes, even the frickin' skiffs are Siva enhanced, which is just the most annoying thing. Alright, you guys. Get rid of these things. We got a lot of fallen to go through. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If you headshot any one of these splicer, there is a chance that a seeker orb is going to come out of them and start to hunt you down. And it does. And now it goes very slowly. It's much like the seekers that the Taken Centurions shoot at you. But yeah, you'll need to get rid of those, or they will do a lot of damage to you, and they're not fun. So that's actually, there's actually a downside to headshotting enemies, especially if you're super close to them, because you won't have time to be able to react to it. So yeah, that sucks. And that's another thing to worry about. Get rid of those repeater shanks, because they are the most annoying thing. Can you? Sword, please, go towards him. Thank you. Tracking on that's a little funky right now. Let's head upstairs and kill everything up here. Goodbye. Alright, so what I need to do here is I need to take care of this thing as fast as possible. So there's another one on the other end of the room. You know what? No. Goodbye. You can burn, you can die. Let's get rid of that thing. Let's get rid of you as well. And you as well.
That's it. Shield is collapsing. You should be clear.
Guns are upstairs.
Wail on this guy. Goodbye. Swords just tear through majors, and that's one thing I love about them so much. Anyone else? I think there are... Okay, there's some shanks on the other end of the room, but other than that, not really a problem. Alright, we're good. Let's keep going. So we're almost to the end of this mission, actually, which is pretty good.
If I didn't know better, I'd say the splicers were creating a beachhead. Something of this scale could be used against the city.
Well, absolutely. But I think their goals are a little bit larger than that in this case, if they're pulling out all the stops here.
So, those destroyed guns? Siva undestroyed them.
Of course it did.
Look for a central Siva node inside those emplacements. Destroy that, and it will break the Fallen's hold on the gun.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Siva is bad news. It can pretty much do anything. It's like I said, it is a virus because it does spread, but it's not a it's not a destructive virus necessarily. It kind of has its own ends and means by which it wants to cause, by which it wants to do things. Now, it can, like Saladin said, it can be controlled. Because as far as I know, Siva was created by humans. It was Golden Age technology, but going unchecked and festering for so long, that's how it became the bad thing that it is now, unfortunately. So we have a shot cannon, which is much like the cannon that we got in House of Wolves, but arc-based. So this thing is going to be doing a ton of damage, and you're going to want to kind of use this thing to your advantage, because we're getting rid of them, because there's actually going to be a boss at the end of this that you're going to want to deal with using the shot cannon. So I'm going to do this. The thing about the shot cannon is if you use it properly and you start to charge it up, these guys are going to get very terrified of it. Boom! And that'll kill both of them. There we go. All right.
Great job. Hawks are inbound. Just hold the area until they get there.
Okay, let me grab this last shot cannon. Now you actually want to be careful with this part because I've had a glitch happen in this mission and I have replicated it.
I'm pretty sure that air support isn't going to get here in time.
Okay, that's fine. We'll be all right. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Okay. This perfected walker right here. So we're going to want to use the shot cannon to destroy this thing. However, wait a second before you start attacking it, because you will do a lot of damage with this shot cannon. Wait a second, and now start doing damage to it.
Selling it.
Wait for this.
It's directing the corruption to resurrect the guns.
Okay, after he says that, now you can start killing this thing. If you do it too fast, which I have done before and destroyed the walker before he ever says that, it will glitch the mission out and you'll have to restart. Yeah. And that can happen. As you can see, it was only like 4 or 5 shots and this thing went down. So there you go. Now the fallen will despawn and we're good.
Centuries passed and I have learned nothing. Shiro, can your forces secure that area?
We'll do our best.
Try. I need the Guardian to return to the temple. If we are to avoid the mistakes which led us here, he and I must speak about the fall of the Iron Lords.
Sounds like some fun listening material for the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Destiny. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. And I will see you all in the next one.
This may not make sense to you, but it took your fight to remind me that immortality is not the same as invincibility.
I don't understand.
When the ghosts first found us, those who were chosen were blessed with power, but not wisdom. The Iron Lords came together in search of a solution to mankind's struggles. Instead, we found Siva. We dreamt of using Siva to build starships, colonies. We would become what the Traveler always believed we could be.
But something happened.
Siva had been lost to time. When Temur tracked it to the Cosmodrome, we thought our quest was finally over. Siva would be ours for the taking. Rasputin responded. More than 100 Iron Lords entered the Plaguelands. Only 9 reached the replication chamber. But since we were chosen by the Traveler and our cause was just, we were certain the day would be ours. Until Siva took control. It infected our weapons, our armor. The corruption puppeted us against one another. In the end, Yolder sealed the chamber with the Iron Lords inside, rather than let Siva escape. The battle was won. Heroes died. And our mistakes stayed here.
But Rasputin survived.
This is not Rasputin. But neither is it something I know how to fight. They are using Siva in ways we never even imagined.
How would the Fallen have learned more about Siva than the Iron Lords? Or better yet, where did they learn?
They haven't mastered Siva yet. This is all still new to them. See Tyra. She studied Siva's origins. If there's a way to track the Fallen's discoveries, she will know where to look.